Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.
Start summer up by mixing things up with top paint and stain brands at Lowe's. Shop HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams, Valspar, Cabot to find the perfect pop of color or classic shade you've been looking for. And don't forget to prep your deck for the season with reliable wood stain and sealer. Now's the perfect time to complete your paint or stain project. Lowe's. All things summer, all at the right price.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, The Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Our question, what is the craziest thing that happened involving your vehicle? 206-421-ROCK.
Miles, you asked if you knew anyone that named their car.
Well, no, a lot of people do. I just,
Here's a few comments. My sister had an old Subaru that we named the Ditch Pig. I drive a black Mustang GT with red leather interior and named him Black Phillip after the demon goat in The Witch. I call my old Honda Accord Betsy, and the TSX I drive now, my wife named Lily. She named her TSX Lola. Ola, naming cars. I named my Jeep Lucille. There's a plate with her name on it on the dash, custom made. I named my big black truck Mandingo. For you, Ted, I named my first bong Billy. I named my black and white truck Maya, so my kids would wash it, right? I'm telling you, you give something to name, the kids suddenly
Is
care.
it just cars and things you smoke out of? Is that the extent of it? I mean, I know you said you named your plants, which I've never heard of. But
again, there's like 4 or 5 indoor plants because we're kind of the grim reaper of indoor plants. These are doing okay, but to get the kids involved,
right? I get it.
And then there's the outdoor plants, which normally I do talk to them when I water them, but there's one in particular it's like this jet black plant, and then it has this bright red flower on top, right? But it wasn't doing so well at first, so it's just this jet black plant that had like leaves. Well, he's now Batman. He is very specifically Batman, and I greet Batman when I have to water Batman. Like, what's up, Batman? And I realize I'm crazy. I don't care.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff, though. I got a buddy had a pool cue named Lucille.
Yeah, but like no one names their toothbrush. You know what I mean? Like just any other object. I'm saying besides the car. Besides, maybe specifically there's something you name, but there's nothing else that's more universal. You know what I'm saying? Like
a TV remote.
Right.
Hey, grab Eddie.
A lot of people name their car. I get that. You know what I mean? You either do or you don't. But I mean, it just seems like no one names their washing machine. Or like, you know, right. I mean, the toaster.
I think, though, cars are functional, but also kind of fun.
And they're personal
and
to
you
you.
choose to have it.
Right.
Whereas, like, some of that stuff, like a toothbrush, you just kind of have to have one.
Well,
but I'm going to start naming it.
But almost like a phone. You know what I mean? Like everybody's got a phone. They
right.
You know what I mean? It's very personal to them. They take it everywhere they go, but no one names their phone.
I'm going to start naming everything. And see if everyone can keep up.
Please don't.
Why not?
This is going to be weird.
It is going to be weird.
They're like, what the hell is he talking about? Oh, yeah, he's naming stuff.
Well, my toothbrush is now Gary. That's what it's going to be.
Yeah, then when you bring up something important, we won't know.
You won't know. Like, what do you mean you brush your teeth with Gary?
Gary the toothbrush.
Gary the toothbrush.
But no one does that when they name their car. Like, I got to move Lola.
But I feel like...
Where's she moving to? No, it's my car. She's parked in a, towaway zone.
But when people name their cars... like if you get a baby naming book, there's like 10,000 names in there. And most of them are pretty bad and stupid. But when it comes to cars, like if they had a car naming book, there's like 10. So like you said, Lucille, I've heard Betsy a lot.
Yeah, but they're very older names. No one's like, oh, this is my dog or my car, Hunter.
Right.
Or Austin or, anything that's...
Even the pool cue being Lucille, you kind of go like, right, that's kind of the standard name of, I'm not going to name my kid Lucille, but if I own something that I love and is personal to me, it's a Lucille, right? You know what I mean? There seems like a real limited number of names that people will name their cars or anything like that.
I guess you're right. Now I'm just trying to think of an object I have that I've named.
Actually, I named my bass. I named her Sugar.
All right.
So sweet.
All right. Okay.
But that's when I got custom made. So like when that thing showed up, I'm like, no, you get it. But I don't name my other bases. They
People
weren't
name
custom.
their boats. We understand that.
But everyone names their boat, right? I mean,
Yeah, I think
just
you
what
have to have a name on it.
Yeah. Okay. Do you really? Is that like a legal
Yeah,
requirement?
but do you have to really name your kayak or your canoe or, you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
how
Your
big
small-
does your boat
like
have
your
to
dinghy,
be?
Like your little dinghy? I mean, do you name it something?
No, but they're not boats.
A dinghy's a boat, though. It's not a big boat. But if it's the say
But
I
a dinghy's
only,
attached to a boat.
all right, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
You know
so,
what I mean?
So is it Baby, whatever the boat's name is?
Yeah, it's just the-
Junior?
It's just the dinghy.
The dinghy,
the
which is
dinghy.
a bad enough name.
Dinghies are fun, but when you're riding around in places with real size boats, like dinghies are small.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
they're
You're
fun
you're
if
taking on some waves.
Yes. But why not name your kayak? It's still a boat. You know, it's a different kind of boat. But
Just
if it's the
self-powered.
only boat, how about this? If it's the only boat you own, you should name it.
Do people name bicycles?
No.
No.
I don't think so.
Right. But they name cars. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just, I don't know.
I don't think people name
I think
motorcycles.
you're wrong.
Well, but they name car. But I'm just saying, like, you name boats, but it seemed weird to name a kayak. You're going kayaking.
Well, you're going boating.
You're going
Correct.
driving.
But I'm just saying, it's like a bicycle. You wouldn't name a bicycle, but a lot of people name cars.
I'm going to name my bike now. My
You
bike.
rode a bike for a long time, Miles. Did you ever name it?
No. Oh, no.
All right. You know what? That's not a lie. That's a lie. Everybody I know names their scooters.
Do they?
Yeah.
Really? Does your scooter have a name?
Garage guy.
Okay, yeah, I don't have a name for my scooter.
I don't think I ever named mine.
No, I didn't either.
But like my buddies had 3 of the same ones. They're all black. So they're Black Thunder 1, Black Thunder 2, Black Thunder 3.
What's the craziest thing that happened involving your vehicle? 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Mark. Welcome to the midroom.
Hola, bichola.
Somebody says Gary also puts a bunch of white stuff in Steve's mouth. Maybe I'll change the name.
Yeah, you know, now I'm liking Gary.
Oh, now you like Gary.
Colgate.
Yeah. So what's going on there, Mark?
Okay, well, this happened 50 years ago. I grew up on the outskirts of Las Vegas, and I was out driving my parents' 1-year-old Plymouth Barracuda that had a 440 Hemi in it, and invariably every time I'd come to a red light, somebody next to me would want to race a little bit. So, of course, I was more than happy to oblige. I was still on my learner's permit, about a couple months shy of 16. So this kid pulls up to me, and I recognize him from school, and he's driving, obviously, his dad's station wagon. And so we punch it for a little while. We're going down Flamingo Road, and it's clear he wants to race. So he follows me over to, at the time, Russell Road there by the airport wasn't finished, and it just kind of ran out of road. There were some flashing lights, but nothing major. And so that's where everybody would go to drag race. And so we go over there and get on the road that the part's finished and start racing, and I punch it and just blow his doors off. And I slow down because I know that up ahead, this thing's gonna stop. It's gonna run out into literally just dropped off into desert. Well, he doesn't stop. He just keeps going. And I had a friend in the car, and the guy goes, "Oh man, he doesn't know this thing ends." And so we keep going, you know, at a slower pace. And sure enough, as we are getting close to the end, we see just glints of metal as his car is flying off this thing and rolling in the air. And my friend goes, "Oh man, he's dead. He's a dead man." And so we pull up, and the steam coming out. The thing had pancaked upside down, and we're both convinced that he's dead. And so we run out and go over. He's crawling out of the window, and he's like completely not a scratch on him. He's completely untouched, and he goes racing around to the other side of the car and reaches in the other side of the window, the passenger window, and pulls out his 1-year-old baby brother.
Oh,
Jesus.
God. And was the kid okay?
Oh yeah, both of them, not a scratch, and the car was flattened. I have no idea how they survived that.
Damn. Well, it's a bigger car. It's, you know what I mean? It was made of a lot more steel back then, so maybe
Yeah,
that saved their life, because they definitely didn't have their seatbelts on. You know how that rolls.
well,
Not in the 70s. I mean, that's not how it went. So
Yeah.
That's crazy. Wow. It's amazing they weren't ejected.
Yeah, exactly.
That's normally how that ends.
By the way, Miles, real quick. Mm-hmm. And for you, Ted, says let's see, my boat's name is Prequel. My dinghy's name, Rogue One. My boat is only 16 feet, but I named it SS Cracker. Someone else says, don't name your toothbrush Gary unless you like having Gary in your mouth. Yes, I'm saying. Then someone else says, it's always enjoyable what women name their lady bits. And granted, we all name our penis, right?
Sure.
You got Kenny Loggins.
Kenny Loggins.
I got Lando Calrissian. You named your penis.
No,
you got to name your penis, man.
mean,
I mean, like, it's your penis. That's of all the prized possessions. Like, F your car. This is the thing I love most.
Yeah,
I'm more protective of it than any other. Have you named your penis, Mike? No. Okay, we're going to come up with a name for Mike's penis. Please.
I'm going to name mine the doctor.
Send suggestions. Someone else they say I have 2 motorcycles. One's called Buttercup. The other is called Clara. Ted, yes, you do name your dinghy. I name my little motorcycle. I'm not going to go there. Let's see. My boat equals USS Beer Destroyer. My wife's car, Jesus Christ, his name, Jeff Goldblum. I think
women love Jeff Goldblum.
Someone else says, my kayak is named Your Mama. That way I can say I paddle Your Mama all over the lake. Let's see. Someone else considered bad luck to ride in a boat without a name. I've never seen a boat without a name. Let's see, I had a boat that the model was called the Sea Chaser, which I changed to, you can guess what kind of sea it was then chasing.
He painted that on the side of the boat?
I'm guessing. I mean, if that's the name of your boat, it's visible. Is there, all right, so in the world of like license plates, right? You can't do, it can't be like ass 69, man. They go, right, too vulgar, we're not going to do it. You got to figure out something. So with your boat, are there legal limits to what you can call it? Obviously, you're not going to call it like F-face, but I mean...
I went fishing earlier this year, right? We were on a lake.
All right.
And it's a lake that had a little boat dock. So these guys were putting in their boat. And it's funny because there was kids in the boat, too. I don't know if they meant it to. I think only the letter B had fallen off. But that boat was the ass finder.
Oh, are you...
Like, clearly it was supposed to say bass.
Are you sure, though?
The ass finder.
Ass BD. He was on the dock with me.
No, I'm saying, are you sure the B fell off, or do you think they actually named it?
Or did they scrape it? Well, no, because it clearly at one point, I want to say, had the B on.
Finder.
Yeah, because it just looked too nice. Like, they didn't just... I mean, maybe you're right, but we
Get it fixed, man. If that's not what you mean, fix that.
But I think at that point, you're just like,
That's better than the last finder.
Somebody else, as far as naming your canoe, I like this one. Gary Canoe.
All right.
See?
Like Gary Canoe.
Exactly.
I would have named it Rod.
So whatever. Rod Canoe.
Yeah.
See, now you want to get a canoe just to name it.
Like Rod Carew.
Yeah.
What's the craziest thing that happened involving your vehicle? 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Sean. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
All right, so back when I was 18 or 19, 20 years ago, I bought this Oldsmobile Cutlass from a buddy, and, on the way home, the engine blew a head gasket. So no big deal. I was going to replace the engine anyways, and I thought, well, I'll just get the biggest engine I could find. So I was really stupid, didn't know anything about cars. I got this huge, big block V8, the ones that go bop, 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 bop.
Yeah.
I got that one, and it went into the frame of something that had a V6 diesel. And so I was shopping around trying to find somebody to put this in there, and the only person I could find was a guy with no teeth. So that should have told you something over in Kitsap County. So when I got it home, the carburetor dumped fuel all over in the brand new engine. And then about a month later, the transmission went out. And I'll spare you, this thing broke once a month for years. And I would drive it back and forth to California to go to work from Washington. And then I would drive it from California to Vegas to visit my sister. So I just put so much, miles on this thing, and it would break everywhere. And I would be working on it in my apartment complexes, and in kind of the coup de grace. I was down there working on it, the starter caught on fire one morning. So I was trying to replace the starter, got the starter replaced. I was checking the oil before I started up, and the dipstick wouldn't come out. And I kind of was wiggling it, and the whole dipstick thing just fell off. And in order to replace that, I had to pull the engine out, which I was in a little tiny apartment in San Diego. So I put that thing on. I almost cussed. I put that thing on a trailer behind a U-Haul that was empty, towed it home, parked it for about 2 years, and gave it away. And that was the last time I ever really tried to build my own car.
Yeah, it sounds like it should have been.
Right, yeah.
How many years did you have it?
Probably about 4 or 5.
What do you drive now?
A brand new truck and a brand new Kia. I don't work on anything, man.
What's the brand new truck? What kind of truck you got?
An F-150.
What did you name it?
Well, that's funny. I wasn't gonna bring it up, but my wife names it Black Beauty. I accept that.
She calls me the same thing. That's weird.
How about your other car?
She didn't name the Kia. She just named the big giant truck.
Okay, all right.
Huh.
No love for the Kia?
No, I guess not.
I guess not.
You know
she
what?
doesn't drive the truck much. It's my truck, but she calls it Black Beauty.
You-
Thanks, guys, for the Let Me Tell
Yeah,
story.
man, absolutely.
You should name the kid. By the way, Mike, some suggestions for the name of your penis since you don't have one. It's not so bad. One, and I appreciate this. You were an Eagle Scout. Says Mike's private should be named Scout.
All right.
And then, but I like this one. Call Mike's junk. So this involves the Twig and Berries. Dave and Buster's.
All right. Well, if you're gonna have a scout
I
name,
like David Buster.
I know that's
I like
spot on.
I like Weebelo.
Yeah.
Get that tattooed on there.
Yeah, Weebelo.
What about honor?
Otter.
Honor.
Oh, honor.
I like Otter better. Yeah.
You mean like Scout's honor?
Yeah.
Sounds like somebody you meet like in Arkansas. Yeah, name a crank Otter.
Yeah, no, my crank.
We can have be prepared on either side.
What's that?
This is B. This is prepared. And this is honor. Your Honor, Your Honor. You're going to have to sleep with a judge.
Yeah.
Hello, Nick. Welcome to the men's room. Hello, Nick.
Hola. Yeah, so I bought a brand new truck about 3 weeks ago, and I went on vacation. And my girlfriend drove it for the first time. We went to dinner, and she was backing up to my boat trailer so we could just kind of park it. She backed into the trailer and put a little dent on the bumper, and I was upset, but I let it go because it's just a bumper. A couple days later, last day of vacation, I took all my friends to dinner, and everybody's getting out of the truck. My other buddy jumps in the truck next to us. He goes to pull forward with his boat trailer on. His boat trailer caught the driver's side rear door with the trailer fender and peeled the door all the way back.
Oh man. So you can't really
I've
fix
owned
that.
the truck for 3 weeks.
You can't fix that, can you? That's structural damage, right? Probably been the frame.
I know that the door needs to be replaced, but the column looks pretty straight. So.
Okay. What's your truck's name?
Fiona.
Okay.
Fiona.
See? This is amazing. This is about what?
Was it
100%?
once better looking?
Oh, he's gone.
Oh, now it's a Shrek?
By the way, someone here says you can actually name your boat whatever you want. There's no laws. My brother's boat was, and I like this, the Wet Spot.
Okay.
Kind of clever. And Mike, another suggestion for your penis name,
boy.
the Beaver Dam.
What is the craziest thing that happened involving your vehicle? 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, JD. Welcome to the men's room.
Ooh, bitches.
Boo!
Hey, so way back in the day when I was like 18, so like 7 years ago, I had a 1986 Toyota MR2 first generation.
Mm-hmm. Two-seater.
Yeah, little two-seater, cute, kind of Toyota's version of a Porsche. And no, it's not a Porsche.
Right.
The new Toyota non-Porsche.
Yeah.
It's a Toyota Miata is what it is.
I would say more like a Porsche. But
Okay. All right, yeah.
Of course you would. I will too.
Miles, don't insult him.
Maybe that's it. I'll
Yeah.
name my car Miata.
But when I was out partying at Lake Cushman, and on my way home, you drive down this road called South Shore because I'm from Belfair, and there's a little bridge right next to an elementary school, and my friend was in a Chrysler 200, like early 2000s Chrysler 200. I'm in my MR2, and so I hightail it past him, and the second I hit the bridge, I had very, very bad suspension. It was just pretty much riding on springs because I had just bought the car. And when I hit the bridge, my car took off the ground. And I'm in the oncoming lane. And I landed back in my actual lane, but I'm like cocked towards the ditch. And then the car rebounded, loaded up the suspension, jumped again, and then I landed again in the middle of the road. And while all this is going down, my buddy Alex is sitting next to me. Like, while we were in the air, we both looked at each other like, oh, we're dead. And so I ended up landing, and then I pull over at Hunter Farms and immediately used the bathroom.
I bet.
Yeah.
Sounds like that.
That sounds scary.
Oh, yeah.
Two guys rubbing the air, getting layered.
Nice work. Took me a second. That makes sense. Hey, Mike, another nickname for your penis. Yeah. Little Eagle. A tribute to your Boy Scout
Little
days.
That's
Eagle.
not bad.
Little ball guy.
Mike is genuinely like, I like that.
I do.
I might name my penis.
Get little
the
wings on either
Eagle.
side.
Yes, tattoo some wings on that bad boy. See how that goes over.
What's the craziest thing that happened involving your vehicle? 206-421-ROCK.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.
Start summer up by mixing things up with top paint and stain brands at Lowe's. Shop HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams, Valspar, Cabot to find the perfect pop of color or classic shade you've been looking for. And don't forget to prep your deck for the season with reliable wood stain and sealer. Now's the perfect time to complete your paint or stain project. Lowe's, all things summer, all at the right price.
I'm Glennon Doyle, author of Untamed and host of the podcast We Can Do Hard Things. Each week, we talk openly and honestly about the hard things in life together with you. So join us and some of our dearest friends and greatest heroes to talk about anxiety, boundaries, parenting, infidelity, our bodies, loving and losing, all of the things that make us human. Listen to and follow We Can Do Hard Things on Odyssey and everywhere you get your podcasts.
99.9 KISW. You're in the men's room.
Return to Who Sucks Less on the way right after emails on our question. What is the craziest thing that happened involving your vehicle? 206-421-ROCK.
Yeah, before we get back to the phone calls, Mike, we asked for, since you had not named your penis.
They still coming.
We asked people, we said, hey, help them out. You might hear something you like. You liked what, Little Eagle?
Yeah, Little Eagle.
You were kind of down with that. Still along with your Boy Scout days, I'm assuming someone says you should name it Arrow of Light.
That's when you bridge from a Weebelo to Boy Scout, so yeah.
Okay,
it works.
So, yeah. You're a big boy now. Someone else, name it Bojangles. The Widowmaker, the General.
Ooh,
someone else said you do auctions. Maybe it should be called the Gavel.
Oh, I like it.
But
I like that.
Here's the one I like. I think this is a great idea. Girth Brooks.
You know what? I know somebody who's a fan of
Girth Brooks?
Of Girth Brooks, so maybe that'll work.
Girth Brooks.
And then right before sex, you'd be like, and the thunder rolls.
The thunder rolls. He's got friends in low places.
Right.
They're called testicles.
They're his friends. Girth Brooks. I dig it.
You know what? I'll do it.
You know what, tonight?
Is it official that your
I will
penis-
make it official. Let's drop a certificate.
These concerts are like 2.5 hours, man. You're really going to have to.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Mike, tonight, God's going to answer that prayer.
Taking the stage, Girth Brooks.
Trying to think of one of the Garth Brooks songs I know.
Rodeo's good. Let's see.
I know Friends in Low Places, and that. I know it's a
Papa
huge
Loves
song.
Mama.
Papa Loved Mama.
Oh, it's a great song. Yeah.
Right?
believe
Unanswered
it.
prayers, thunder
Unanswered
rolls.
prayers, yeah.
I think I did the three I know.
God, you know more than I do.
We shall be free.
There's no fences on this one, Miles.
Jesus.
What's the craziest thing that happened involving your vehicle? 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Scott. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
So I'm driving down the road going home. This is in the late 80s. And I come across something in the road, and there's a truck off to the side. And it's one of those box truck, like a rendering truck, but I didn't know that at the time. And cars are slipping. I get up to it. I'm in a 67 Dodge Dart GT, big tires on the back. I get up to it. I kind of see what it is, and it's guts. And I'm going through it, and I make it. And it was chicken guts. The guy's back door came open, and all of it went all over the road.
Ooh,
so I go
horrible
down the
smell.
road. It wasn't bad because it hadn't turned yet.
Okay, yeah.
So I go down the road, and there was a sheriff's substation there. And I pull in, and there's one cop left, and he's coming out. And I said, you might want to go down the road here, because he was turning the other way. And I said, you might want to go down the road and check this out, because there's chicken guts all over the road, and cars are slipping. And he says, you got to be kidding me. And then he looks down, and I knew what he was looking at. There had to have been a bunch of it just dripping off the wheel wells of my car. And the look on his face The look on his face was priceless. He knew instantly I wasn't lying.
Well, yeah, it's a giveaway.
Yeah, normally you don't approach a police officer unless you need to tell him something.
Yeah, but this was late 80s, so, it was different then.
Sure. Damn.
So, yeah, it was bad. It took a while to get everything off of it, but...
How long? I assume when you got home, that was your first order of business?
It was, and I wasn't too far away. So it was a lot of water, a lot of, but you can't get all of it. I didn't have a lift to get it up. You're just trying to, So the next day I'm going to work. I get to work, and I'm telling this story, and everybody's like, no way. I said, come on. And so I go out there, and I show them. Here's dripping, dry, dripped, and it was just, you just try to get what you can, and then,
Whatever happened to that car?
Over time, I still have it.
Do you really? What's the name of it? That's a car you have a name for, right?
Well, Big Daddy, but that's not the car.
Okay, I see. Right. Big Daddy.
No.
Big Daddy.
No name for the car.
Okay, all right. I'm surprised by that.
If I had a name, it was I don't want to sell it. That's the name of the car. I don't want to sell it.
Okay, I got you. Right.
So.
What's the craziest thing that happened involving your vehicle? 206-421-ROCK.
Big Daddy's always an interesting character.
Somebody goes by Big Daddy?
Yes.
Yeah, and there's a general theme to their personality.
Yeah, normally happy.
Yeah.
Until a few drinks get flowing.
Yeah, I mean,
then you get some inside info that
I
you
almost
didn't
feel
ask.
like Big Daddy, it sounds so intimidating, but generally they're not.
Right, they're nice.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I don't know. It's a strange thing. It's like when you play high school football, and my buddy Weave, I love him, but he was that guy. He had to be 69 every year.
Jeez.
You know what I mean?
For that reason, right?
There's always 69 guy, and I feel like there's always a Big Daddy guy in the crew.
Right, the 69 guy.
What's the craziest thing that happened involving your vehicle? 206-421-ROCK.
I have terrible news, Mike. Seems that Girth Brooks, it's already been taken. Gay porn star.
What?
Named Girth Brooks.
Brooks.
Good for him.
Yeah, I mean, if
You know what? I'll
can get
make it
that
more
name-
legendary.
More legendary?
I'm going to make it more legendary. I don't care.
Well, none of us had heard of Girth Brooks till today.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So you're saying still roll with it?
Oh, yeah. I'm rolling with it.
All right, Girth Brooks it is.
GB was good.
What's good with you, Girth? Hello, Josh. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Okay, so I had to call in and answer this one. I'd planted a lawn in the back of my pickup truck years ago.
You planted a lawn.
Yes, I've already done the pickup truck swimming pool, and then so I went and I got topsoil, raked it all out, and actually planted grass seed, watered it, waited till it got long. I had to weed eat and mow it just like you do any other lawn, and had a legitimate lawn with my tailgate off, so when I drove around, people could see it in the back of my pickup truck.
I guess you had a plastic liner in this thing?
No.
Huh.
It was okay. So back to your guys' names, right? It was an old 82 F-150 that everybody called the Beast. So I mean, it didn't hold water by any means, right?
So it wasn't like it was wet all the time. It was rusting out on you.
Right. And so with the vehicle name, Miles, it was the Beast. And then a couple years later, I ended up buying a newer, nicer truck. So I kind of went well, I've got the Beast. And then this is the Beauty, so I had the Beauty and the Beast.
I see what you did there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, and then I ended up getting a nicer truck, so then I named that Belle, which is kind of going along the same thing.
Beauty and the Beast, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and then now I've got I've had multiple trucks, but I also bought one that had a chip in the bumper, so I named it Chip, like the cup from the same movie.
Are you now, have you developed the theme where no matter what vehicle you get, you're going to stick to the Beauty and the Beast thing?
Man, I'm kind of trying, but
running out of names.
Doesn't seem very truck-like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he's got a lawn in the back of his truck.
You know what? That's a good point.
Yeah, and I definitely got quite a few heads turning down the road on that one.
Yeah, I think so.
Did it look perfect? I mean, did it look like like the guy who you envy's front yard?
It looked like Hank Hill's manicured front lawn.
That's sweet.
All right.
That's a cool idea, man.
It is.
And I did find I think I stole a sign from a baseball field or something, just a little plastic sign that said "Establishing new grass, please keep off." So I put that right under the back window. So I mean, if you were tailgating, if you were just behind me, you could see that sign with the lawn. It was pretty cool.
How long did it last?
It lasted maybe about a month or so, month and a half, until the sun. Because that's one thing is the soil's not that thick. Soil is only maybe 4 to 6 inches thick. So I think it just got warm. The roots are they can't go any deeper.
Right.
And eventually, it just, no matter how often I watered it, it just died.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Just imagine.
And it was a lot of weight to lug around. It's a lot of dirt to just live in the back.
Especially when you water it.
Yeah, I mean, you're playing to the lawn in your truck. That's
what is the craziest thing that happened? I don't even lay sod. The hell with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just buy a couple rolls of sod instead of trying to plant it.
No, man, he was all natural.
Yeah.
Grass seed, topsoil.
I'd putt on it. What's the craziest thing that happened involving your vehicle? 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Rick. Welcome to the men's room.
Hold on, gentlemen.
Hola.
Hey guys, so about a year ago, I bought a Kia Niro from a dealership, and I had it for a few months, and then all of a sudden I started hearing a ratchet sound every time I braked, and right before it stopped, and it sounded like a backward ratchet. So I took it in. Apparently that's not supposed to happen. They had no clue what it was. They ended up sending my car all the way to the main office somewhere east, and then they get it back and they find out that my transmission is free spinning during the braking system. So after that, I had loaner cars. I had 3 different loaner cars. My car was in the shop for over 10 months.
Jesus.
Yeah. Once they actually got the car back here, the main mechanic's wife had a baby, and so he went on maternity leave for 3 months. So all the while, I am driving all brand new Kia Niros. I had 3. The first one I put about 10,000 miles on it.
Wow.
So they took that one back, ended up now having to sell it as a used car. So the next one I got had 116 miles on it, and I put another 8,000 miles on that thing. And then the last one was a fully loaded Kia Niro, and I put another 13,000 on that one.
And you're just driving a free car. Are you still making payments on your original car that's being fixed?
Yes, this whole entire time I've been making payments on my car.
And did you ever get your car back?
I got it back about 2.5 weeks ago. I'm driving it right now.
And it's fine.
Jesus.
And it's totally fine.
So how long did they have your car? Like, it sounds to me like 2 or 3 years.
It was 10 months.
Man, you put some mileage on a car.
Well, my aunt passed away in Oregon, so I went there like 3 different times, and then I've gone on other trips, and all of their cars, just throwing miles all over their brand new cars. And I basically haven't put a mile on my car until after I picked it up.
Yeah. Well, hey, man,
it sounds like a sales pitch for Kia.
Right, it really
Absolutely.
does. I mean, if they're going to give you a brand new car, until yours is fixed, let you ride around in it.
Yeah, but keep it longer.
Yeah,
I
take
get
a
to drive a brand new car for as long as it's okay.
That's the fun of leasing stuff.
Yeah, but after
You just
30,000
drive
miles,
it.
you got to turn it back. So in 10 months, you know what I mean? His lease is up, basically. So on that deal, it's like a free lease, even though you're still paying the car payments on your car.
Right, I'm just saying, that's the fun of leasing is that every few months or a couple of years, you get basically a new car.
What's the craziest thing that happened involving your vehicle? 206-421-ROCK.
This comment just came in. Not a lot of details. It just says, a dog was born in the back of my 80 Honda Civic. I don't care. I don't want anything born in my vehicle, man.
Yeah, that's too much.
Right. There's no such thing as a dry birth.
I like...
That's all I'm saying, man. Just please, can you hold the dog out the window? Something, man. I don't want that in my car.
Yeah.
Hello, Thomas. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
So when I was, one second, let me take you off speakerphone. So when I was about 12, my dad gave me a Pinto that I could use around to running around our field, just buzz up and down our street, what have you. One day I decided we wanted hot dogs for dinner, so I was going to take the car and go into town and get us some hot dogs. Obviously, being 12, couldn't go by myself that far, so my dad's buddy went with me. Trip successful getting the hot dogs. On the way home, there were some railroad tracks that I decided I was going to try to jump. and I was successful at doing that. Got stuck between the two sets of train tracks. Then all of a sudden, train was coming.
On train tracks. Get out of here.
Yes, between the two sets.
Okay.
One train goes one way, one train goes the other. The front end of the Pinto was on one set of tracks, and the rear end was on the other. Nowhere I could go. Had to just watch it get smashed and blow up.
Did it blow up?
Oh, yes.
That's the whole thing about Pintos. They're like, look, man, you don't even want to get a fender bender in this car because it just might explode. Like they were designed for movies, you know?
What about...
I did not know that at 12 years old.
Yeah, of course not. I didn't know back
it was the coolest thing ever, though.
What about the hot dogs?
They were in the car.
Oh, no. See,
so
that's
the
right.
whole time. So, obviously, a train smashed into a car. The railway people came out. The police came. We were having to hide in the bushes the whole way back to my house because I was 12. Yeah. It was definitely the craziest thing that's ever happened to me in a car.
Yeah, that sounds crazy.
Hopefully it stays that way.
Yeah, you don't... Yeah, that's...
A train, a car getting hit by a train and then exploding. I remember we had a Pinto when I was a kid, and we thought it was awesome. Had the simulated wood paneling on the side. It had the little hatch in the back, and if we were like, quote-unquote, good, we could ride in the back. And then I remember my father abruptly sold the car, and we couldn't understand it. My brother and I, we're kids, right, dude? Car was great. And then as we got older and realized, they explode a lot. And that's why once he got wind of that, he's like, yeah, I don't really want to cart my children.
It was the location of the gas tank, I believe.
I can't remember
far
what it
in the
was.
bank and wasn't really protected, I believe.
That was like, by the time I was a kid, that was just an ongoing joke. If anything happened, it's like, what is it, a Pinto?
I've seen one Pinto on the road in probably the last 30 years. It blew my... I've seen more Gremlins, which means
the Gremlins and Pacers are the cool ones to see. Every once in a while, there used to be a Maverick.
How is it cool to see a Gremlin? I mean, it's just stunningly ugly.
That's it. They're just so... It's almost like that Pontiac Aztec.
No,
you cannot believe how ugly it is, and you can't believe it's still on the road.
The difference is, at least with the Gremlin, like it's somewhat amusing. If you're driving a Gremlin, I know that you know you're in a Gremlin. You know why I'm smiling. It's all good, right? The Pontiac Aztec, when we were in Baltimore, I worked at the Ravens flagship station. And our boss, I guess he got a deal with Pontiac or something, but he got a Pontiac Aztec. And then it was painted purple and white, and it had the Ravens logo and the station logo on the side of it. And we did one of these games, and he asked me and this other guy, Ben, hey, man, can you take it back to the station? We're like, no. He's like, what are you talking about? You're going back to the station? We said, yeah. I said, dude, I don't want to be seen in that. It is the ugliest car, but the fact that you painted it purple and white and have all the rest of this crap... Anyway, we lost that battle. We had to drive back. I slunk down so far.
Heck yeah.
I honest to God did not even want people to see me in this vehicle. It was the dumbest.
I mean, is that any worse than me and you cruising around the Beltway in a purple
PT Cruiser?
Yeah. PT Cruiser with a drop to convertible?
I like that better. It was worse.
Yeah.
Listening to Kanye, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that was not an awesome look, but it was better than that thing.
What's craziest thing that happened involving your vehicle? 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Jamie. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
So, my car was stolen, but it's a little bit of a story. My car was sitting outside of the house, not parked in the garage. We had a pretty small garage. Well, I don't know if they were able to jimmy rig the car or if it was unlocked, but they opened up my car garage door clicker, opened up the garage door, came inside the house, grabbed my purse. We heard them upstairs. We were upstairs asleep, me and my husband. Funniest thing is I heard something like crash. I heard a noise that woke me up. I thought he had done something. I thought he had hit a water cup on his side of the bed. So I'm like hitting him, telling him that he needs to pick it up. Anyway, we actually had an alarm system that we hadn't activated. It was new, but I could see sensors had opened. So I knew somebody was downstairs. He opens up our bedroom door, hears them, grabs a bat. By the time he gets downstairs, they're actually closing the door, the inside door to the garage. By the time he gets to that door, the garage door is closing and they're taking off my car.
That's not good.
Yeah. So then they find the car 3 days later in Bellevue. This all happened in Auburn, Lakeland Hills area, if you guys know. So kind of far. A bunch of kids had taken it, trashed the vehicle, ran down the gas tank, Should have been totaled. They didn't total it. Found a bunch of mushrooms and pot all over the car.
Well, there's a benefit.
Yeah, I had good times.
Yeah. Oh, no, it was gone by the time we got to it because they had fingerprinted it. So
Not a good time.
No.
Yeah, that kind of ruins
none
everything.
of that was left.
Did they ever find the people that stole it?
They did. So they were, they caught them in the act of burglarizing another house in Bellevue.
Uh-huh.
And that's how they got my vehicle. The vehicle was stalled outside.
How,
and they were like,
how old
in
were
somebody's
they?
backyard.
Were they juvies?
Yes. One was 18, and I think one was 15, the other one was 16.
Yeah, the 15 to 16-year-old, they're like, thank God.
But you had to drive that car because it wasn't officially totaled. So were you able to fix it up?
Exactly. So then, yeah, I had to pick it up. God, I didn't realize how much it affected me until I'm driving on the way home to Bellevue. I got a 45-minute drive, and I'm looking at my car with dust prints all over it. By the way, still driving that car, still dust prints in it. Hardest thing to get out.
Huh.
And then we go to get it evaluated, right? They don't total the car, but they find as they're fixing things, it ends up costing as much as it would have. Just things kept adding up and adding up. So total, I think it was 15, like almost 8,000.
What about your purse and everything that was stolen? Was any of that able to be recovered, or was that long gone?
No, purse. They actually threw out the purse out of the window on the way out. So they found it like going down the hill from my house. They did, however, take my debit card. They got one purchase in down the street at a gas station before I was able to shut it off, and then they tried to use it at a Denny's in Bellevue.
Denny's.
Now they got to dine
Always the
and
gas station.
Yeah, it was denied. I called Denny's, and I'm like, did you see these people? And they're like, yeah, that card declined. Yeah. Well.
Okay.
All right, well, good. Yeah, it is always a gas station. That always seems to be the first. And I don't know if it's just to fill your tank because gas is
You don't need
ridiculous.
ID. You don't need your PIN sometimes, depending on if you hit
And
credit.
I can just say, come up with some BS excuse like, hey, I'll use my debit card. Can you just give me the cash? I'll use my debit card for your tank.
Right.
And then boom, people give you cash. Right
I've
away.
seen that move before.
Yeah, exactly. Coming up, the return of Who Sucks Less. You are listening to The Men's Room.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.
Start summer up by mixing things up with top paint and stain brands at Lowe's. Shop HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams, Valspar, Cabot to find the perfect pop of color or classic shade you've been looking for. And don't forget to prep your deck for the season with reliable wood stain and sealer. Now's the perfect time to complete your paint or stain project. Lowe's, all things summer, all at the right price.